Some people don't want you to fail. They just don't want you to rise higher than them. They sit close. They laugh when you laugh. They know your stories, your habits, your weak spots. And that's exactly why they're dangerous. Because betrayal rarely comes from enemies. It comes from the ones who already have access. Welcome to DarkMind Academy. This is where we don't guess intentions. We study patterns. Tonight, you're going to see something you won't be able to unsee. Not faces, not names, but behaviors that expose who's draining you quietly while pretending to stand beside you. Phase 1, the entry pattern. It always starts the same way. Effortless chemistry, same humor, same opinions, same energy. It feels rare, special, almost faded. But what you're experiencing isn't connection, it's mirroring. They study how you speak, what excites you, what wounds you. Then they reflect it back with precision, not to bond, to gain entry. Humans trust familiarity. Similarity lowers defenses. And once the door opens, the role changes. Watch the shift carefully. Conversations that once felt mutual start tilting. Their problems dominate. Their emotions take priority. Their needs become urgent. Your struggles? Acknowledged but never held. You leave interactions feeling tired, drained, like you gave more than you received. That emptiness isn't random. It's the cost of being emotionally harvested. Phase 2, the extraction loop. Here's the rule they live by. You exist to supply. They exist to consume. They come alive around your momentum, your plans, your excitement, your growth. Your energy becomes fuel. But the moment you slow down, the moment you struggle, they disappear. Not loudly, not dramatically, just enough distance to avoid responsibility. Messages get shorter, replies get delayed. Support turns shallow. They might show up physically, but emotionally, they're gone. And if they do offer advice, notice how it sounds. Condescending, minimizing, centered on how they handled something better. This isn't support. It's positioning. They need to stay above you, even when pretending to help. Phase 3, conditional access. Pay attention to when they're present. Celebrations, they're front row. Good news, instant replies. Moments where you shine, suddenly available. But grief, confusion, failure, excuses appear. Busy schedules, sudden crises, emotional unavailability. Their warmth has conditions. They don't disappear completely because that would expose them. They give you just enough to maintain access. This is strategic absence. They stay close enough to benefit, but far enough to avoid sacrifice. That's not friendship. That's emotional opportunism. Phase 4, status friction. Jealousy never announces itself. It leaks. Listen to the compliments. Wow, I didn't think you'd actually pull that off. You're lucky, honestly. Must be nice. Notice the timing. Your success gets followed by silence, or subject changes, or sudden competition. In groups, it gets quieter and sharper. They plant doubts. You've changed. You're different lately. You're doing too much. Not attacks, adjustments. They don't want to destroy you. They want to reduce you, because your growth reminds them of their stagnation. Phase 5, trust as a weapon. This is where it crosses the line. They collect your vulnerabilities like assets. Late-night confessions, fears, insecurities. You thought it was intimacy, but watch what happens next. A comment slips out in front of others. A joke hits too close. Something private becomes public. And when you react, you're too sensitive. It wasn't that deep. I was just joking. That's not misunderstanding. That's control through confusion. They rewrite reality to avoid accountability, and slowly you stop trusting your instincts. That's the trap. Phase 6, digital amplification. Now add the modern layer. Stories, likes, silence. They watch everything, but engage with nothing meaningful. They vanish, then reappear exactly when you feel isolated. Subtle posts, vague complaints, indirect shots designed for you to see, and everyone else to interpret. In 2026, manipulation doesn't need confrontation. Algorithms do half the work, and the imbalance grows. If any of this feels familiar, stay with the channel. We expose patterns others normalize. Phase 7, the reveal test. Here's how the truth reveals itself. Stop initiating. Real connections notice absence. They check in. Transactional ones don't. Set one boundary. Say no once. Watch the reaction. Guilt, anger, cold withdrawal. Victim behavior. That's the mask cracking. Final observation. Exposure doesn't always require confrontation. Sometimes the strongest move is silence. Document the patterns privately. Not to obsess. To stay grounded. When they drift away, notice the feeling. Relief, not loss. That tells you everything. These people aren't villains. They're reflections of unmet needs, yours or theirs. But once you see the transaction behind the affection, the power shifts. You stop performing. You start protecting. If this hit home, comment below. What was the first sign you ignored? Subscribe to DarkMind Academy. We don't chase connection, we dissect it. Watch closely. The masks are thinner than you think.